مساء الخير جميعا، رجعنا لكم فيديو جديد والحكي اليوم عن موضوع good evening. Also, we have come back with a very new and interesting topic, which is about public work and serving the public. So it's about public positions, like being in a minister position or a member of parliament or any other positions within government organization that put you in a position of responsibility, accountability towards the general public. And in this topic, I shall talk. So let's start. So basically, if you would like to take a position in a public organization, you would be expecting a lot of to be highly transparent, and you would be expected. You would be there is a great expectation from you to adhere to the highest standards, and there is sometimes level of skepticism about your behavior. Sometimes a lot of self-explanation should happen, and you are always, if not you are always in a position of questioning. You are always in a position that you should be held accountable for your actions. If not, it always in the public eye, and by mean under cameras, and being you has a coverage from the media, then you will always be under the public eye scrutiny in case of crisis or in case of problems. So there is a lot of accountability, a lot of responsibility, and a lot of willingness to help others and to be able to contain others' feelings and to contain others' dissatisfaction and contain other people disagreements and or disagreements with the general direction that you are trying to lead or that you are trying to convey forward. So if you are not a person who can adhere to this level of standard, if you are not the kind of person who can actually make such level of standards and accountability possible, so it's better for you not to take such a position. And in many cases, there are very gray areas that would need a very strong arguments to defend. And sometimes there are some hard decisions that are very hard to explain, and sometimes there are very easy decisions that are easy to explain. So if you are not in a position to argument and explain yourself and build a momentum around your decision and build a consensus, then this position might not be for you. Another thing to be talking about is that this position, a lot of people like to become ministers or like to become a member of parliament or like to become prime ministers, and they think, yes, it's cool to be the prime minister, it's cool to be the boss, and so on. But in many cases, there is a lot of hard work that is involved in these jobs that require that you achieve a particular goals. So if you are not a good minister, if you could not lead the ministry into new grounds, new territories, new achievements, that everyone can say, yes, you have actually done a great work, that you have actually done a good job to your country. And by far, there is a lot of political arguments around, and there is a lot of political competition. So even by adhering to the highest level of standards, to the highest level of accountability, to the highest level of self-expression, to the highest level of self-explanation, you should always win political arguments, and you should always be the most popular and the most popular officer, or the most popular minister, or the most popular member of parliament within your constituency or within your area or within your country, in order for you to be able to carry on with your normal job, which is basically a lot of headaches. This is the ideal situation, because a lot of people just take this office as a prestigious position rather than as a position of responsibility, we end up with people who are not doing great work, or who are not doing great achievements, or sometimes who are not building the right political arguments behind their decisions. So it's a position of responsibility, not a position of recognition. So you always should think of public office, you should always think, if not twice, thrice, when you would like to take a public office position. And if you are doing that, you should always put the public interest in front of your eyes, and understand that there is lives on stakes, and these people have trust you with their decisions, with the public resources. So you have to be extra careful with that. That was my quick intake on public work and public positions. I hope that this was helpful, and it's an advice for anyone who's considering to enter the public arena. I wish you a great evening, and I shall say salam, or salam.